Praise the name of the living Lord. Amen and amen. Greetings from the Lord Jesus, our Father and the Spirit of God. In the name of Jesus. I know you are doing very well. If you are not, by the end of this broadcast, I know you'll be healed. And all that which is the desire of your heart, for which reason you are not well, you shall be helped. In the name of Jesus Christ. I want to share a word with you briefly today. And it's on tithing. Tithing. But before that, let's say a word of prayer. I'll be coming your way with a much more detail. This is just a proclamation. This is just a preaching. This is just an announcement. Let's pray. Father, I thank you. Understanding is granted your people. Anxiety is departed. Argument, wrestles are over. Rest has ruled in the hearts of your people. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. For some years, I have read how people have argued about tithing. Should we pay tithe? We shouldn't pay tithe. If you don't pay tithe, you will be blessed. If you pay tithe, you will be blessed. A whole lot of things. I want to share a view or two with you concerning tithing. Remember, one significant thing about our life in Christ is rest. Anytime you are embarking on anything and there is unrest inside your spirit, you've got to be careful. That means you've got to hold on. Settle with the rest properly inside you before you take a decision. You make a decision, you take an action. Why? This is what Jesus said. And I read that to you. Matthew chapter 11. Matthew chapter 11. And the verse 26. I'll read from verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. 29. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. So my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Did you see that? He's saying that in his kingdom, one significant thing is rest for our souls. That is why he said, if anybody is burdened and there is a heavy laden, let that person come to him so that he will take the burden and burden off you. And then he can experience rest. Then he said that when I take the burden off you and the heavy laden off you, you pick up mine. And mine given to you, he says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. That is one great characteristic feature of Jesus Christ. Remember, it is based on such a thing that John had this to write. First John chapter number 5. This is what he says. Now I'm going to read from verse 1. Okay. Whosoever believeth that Jesus is the Christ is born of God, and everyone that loveth him, from the King James Version, that begat, loveth him also that is begotten of him. By this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments. Look at verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. That is one characteristic of God. If God's word came to you, if God ever gave you an instruction to perform, it is not grievous. It's not burdensome. Why? The characteristic feature of this kingdom's life is rest. So his yoke is easy and his burden is light. He won't give you to do something that he knows you cannot do. What am I saying? Are we to pay tithe or should we not pay tithe? What is the origin of tithing? The first mention made of tithing in the Bible is in Genesis chapter 14. Now I want you to see that. Genesis chapter 14. Remember that the commandments of God are not grievous. Remember, his yoke is easy and his burden is light. Remember that. You don't need to forget it. So he will not give a commandment that is beyond you. He won't do it. So is tithing a commandment of God? You think through it. But look at it, Genesis chapter 14. First made mention that was made of tithing was when Abraham had gone to fight, gone to battle, and dealt with the people and took their goods and brought them back. And those goods belonged to the king of Sodom and Gomorrah. Now I'm reading for you from verse 16. And Abraham brought back all the goods and also brought again his brother Lot and his goods, and the women also and the people. So there were a lot of things he gathered there. The people, his own nephew and family, and then he brought goods. Okay? And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Kedorlaomer and of the kings that were with him at the valley of Shaveh, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine. And he was the priest of the Most High God. And he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abraham of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. And blessed be the Most High God, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all. Now I want you to take note of this. When Abraham met Melchizedek, who is the high priest of the Most High God, the Bible said the high priest gave him bread and wine. He gave him bread and wine. Okay? He gave him bread and wine. Of course, after such a battle, you are tired. So, if you are tired, then I need to give you something that refreshes your soul. So he gave him bread and he gave him wine to eat, to restore his strength. Then he blessed him. Take note. He gave him bread and wine, after which he blessed him. It was after he giving him bread and wine and blessing him that Abraham took a tithe of all and gave to Melchizedek. There is no clear indication that Melchizedek asked for a tithe. No. It was Melchizedek who rather gave him bread and wine and added to it a blessing. So clearly, first main mention that is made of tithing is not the priest asking for tithe. 2, it is not the blessing coming on Abraham, the giver of the tithe, after the tithing. No. It was when the bread and the wine had been given and he had been blessed that he gave the tithe, which the priest did not ask for. It was Abraham's personal decision to give that in honor to the bread and wine that had been given and the blessing that had been given to him. It was Abraham's personal decision. Now, after that, Isaac, there is no record that Isaac tithed. But the next record of a tithing was with Jacob. Now, I want to read that to you. Genesis chapter 28, from verse number 10. From verse 10, we read how Jacob, on his journey to Laban's house, fell asleep. And he laid his head on a stone when he wanted to sleep in the night. And in that night, the Bible said the heavens were open and angels ascended and descended upon him. And God spoke to Jacob. Now, I want you to hear it for yourself. In a dream. Okay? Let me read it to you. And behold, the Lord stood above it. That is the ladder that was ascending right from heaven to earth. The Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land wherein thou liest, to thee will I give you into thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And behold, I am with thee. I will keep thee in all places, whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee. Then Jacob arose out of his sleep and said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid and said, How dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first. When God appeared to Jacob and told him that he was the God of Abraham and Isaac. Then he told him, I bless you, and I will make you increase like the dust of the earth, to the north, south, east, and west. You would increase mightily, and via you the nations of the earth shall be blessed. Then God told him this. This is what God said. He said, I'm going to be with you. I won't leave you until I have done all that I have said. It is after these words that Jacob said this. Jacob vowed a vow, saying, if God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my help. Verse 21 or 22. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house, and of all that thou hast given me, thou shalt give me, I will surely give the tenth unto you. So Jacob also vowed to tithe of all that you ever live in Laban's house to receive. God did not ask for it, and God did not bless him because he tithed. He had not tithed, but God told him, when you get to that land, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be with you to perform every word that I've spoken to you. This first mention of tithe between Abraham and Jacob, I want you to notice that it was not after they had tithed. It was before they tithed. And they chose to do it. God does not bless you because you tithed. No. God's love to us is what makes him give us things. And his love is unconditional. It is not based on what you do or what you don't do. It is based on nothing you do. It is his decision to bless you. He told Jacob, I'm going to be with you. I won't leave you until I have done everything that I said to do. Then it was Jacob who said, if you bless me and you cause me to have all this, when I'm coming, I'll give you a 10%. Remember, he ate in Laban's house. He was there for more than 14 years. And in all the 14 years, there was no mention of he tithing. He said, if you bring me home peacefully, then whatever I get, I'm going to give you 10% of it. God didn't ask for it. From here, there was no mention of God asking for it. It was the people giving it out willingly. Two people, their story makes mention of tithing. In Malachi, as a common scripture is. You see, let me show you something in Malachi quickly. Then we'll come back. Remember over here, he blessed them and they chose to tithe. And that is characteristic of God. God gives not because we did something for him. He gives because he loves us. That's one thing with God. That is his true nature. Jesus is the express image of God, according to Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1 and 2 through to 3. That means you know God looking at Jesus. The exact, complete image of God is revealed in Jesus. And when you look at Jesus, he healed many without asking for a tithe. Pastor, are you saying we shouldn't tithe? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that God does not bless you because you tithed. He blesses you unconditionally. That's what happened with Abraham and with Jacob. He blessed them before they tithed. You will be asking, what about Malachi? Now, I want us to read something from Malachi, exactly Malachi 3:8 to 12. That's where the issue of tithing is. But remember that with Abraham, God did not ask for it. Melchizedek did not ask for it. And with Jacob, God did not ask for it. They gave it willingly. And they gave it willingly after they have been blessed by God. Melchizedek blessed Abraham before he gave the tithe, which Melchizedek, never asked for. Malachi chapter 3, reading from verse 8. Will a man rob God? Ye have robbed me. But I say, yes, say, when have we robbed thee in tithes and in offerings? Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. Now, before I continue with 11 and 12, I want you to remember this. The character of God is revealed in His Word. Now, when you hear a word and it is God's word, His character should be in there. If God is loving, in that word, there should be the trait of God's love there. If God is kind, in that word, you should see that. If God is wicked, it should be in His word. Why? God is His word. John 1 verse 1, in the beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God. So, in verse 10 of Malachi 3, he says that if you bring the tithe, I'll open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. Wait a minute. In Genesis chapter 28 from verse 10 through to 22, the windows of heaven, the heavens were open. A ladder descended down unto Jacob, and angels ascended and descended upon that ladder. And God stood on top of the ladder and spoke to Jacob. The windows were already open. In fact, the whole of heavens were open without a tithe. Without a tithe. So now, why is God asking for a tithe before you open windows of heaven and bless these people? Why didn't He ask with Abraham? Why did He ask with Jacob? But bless them. That should tell you something about Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 through to 12. Is that the character of God revealed? Think about it. Abraham, he didn't ask. Jacob, he didn't ask for. But these people, it's presumed that God is asking for it before He blesses them. That's quite interesting. For me, in the true image of God, He gives even when we have not given Him. Therefore, if now He's asking for something before He blesses, the person of God is questionable. I have no doubt in my heart that this commandment was not necessarily from God. And I know there will be a lot of people who dispute this. But let's assume God was the one who asked them to give. Why didn't He ask Abraham? Why didn't He ask Jacob? Why didn't He ask Isaac? Even Joseph? Why is He asking these people? Think about it. So, Pastor, what should we do? Should we pay our tithe or should we not pay our tithe? The answer is simple. Abraham tithed when he was not asked to. Jacob tithed when he was not asked to. They did it willingly from their heart. They gave it out. After God blessed them. Through this video, I want you to know God blesses you not only when you tithe. In fact, not when you tithe. He blesses you unconditionally because He's love. And the love of God is not the love of men. So what should we do? Romans chapter 14. That's where the answer. My answer to you is Romans chapter 14. Romans chapter 14. Now I'm reading from verse 1. Him that is weak in the faith, receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs. You're watching us right now. You say that you are vegetarian, and that those who are chewing meat are not wise. According to Paul, the one who is strong in faith eats everything, but the guy who is weak in faith eats only herbs. Judge that for yourself. Now verse number 3. Let him that eateth despise him that eateth not. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not. And let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth not, for God hath received him. Who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth. Yea, he shall be holding up, for God is able to make him stand. Verse 5. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be persuaded in his own mind. That is Paul's word. Paul says some people want to eat everything. Dogs, snakes, bats, pigs, everything. Remember, in the law of Moses, they were not supposed to eat four-footed animals. But Paul says that if you eat all kinds of food, you are strong in faith. But the guy who eats only herbs, weak in faith. When you observe closely, this is what Paul then says. He says, let the one who eats all things be not judged of he that eateth not all things. And let the one who eateth some things be not judged by the one who eateth all things. What is Paul saying? Paul is saying, let everyone be fully persuaded in himself. What is Paul saying? Paul is saying, it is of your own will. What are you persuaded about? Remember, Abraham tithed not when he was asked to. Neither did Jacob tithe because he was asked to. So the whole thing is left for you to decide. Do you want to tithe? Then tithe with all your heart. Not because it's as a commandment of God. Because there is no commandment like that. But be persuaded. If your persuasion is that you should tithe, keep on tithing. For if you do not tithe, when you are persuaded to tithe, according to Paul, you sin. But if you are persuaded, remember, if you are fully persuaded not to tithe, when you tithe, you are sinning. Therefore, be persuaded about what you believe. What do you believe? If you believe to tithe, go ahead, tithe. If you don't believe to tithe, that's no problem. Listen, please. Therefore, let no one judge the other. If you are tithing, don't judge the guy who is not tithing. And if you are not tithing, don't judge the guy who is tithing. Let everyone be persuaded in his heart about tithing. When you are persuaded to tithe, remember, it's not a commandment of God. Nowhere in the character of God, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, they tithed from their own will. Jacob and Abraham, according to their own will, they decided to do it. God received it. If you tithe, God receives you. If you do not tithe, God receives you. God bless you so much for watching this video. Like I said, I'll be coming your way with much more detail about this. But until then, stay in your car. If you're fully persuaded, tithe. And don't judge the guy who is not tithing. And if you are not fully persuaded about tithing, stay that way. And don't judge the guy who is tithing. It's neither here nor there. God bless you. Throughout the ministry of Jesus, it was only once he made mention of tithing. That one he made mention of it to the Pharisees. Matthew 23:20. Therefore, Jesus' whole ministry was filled with the love of God revealed. The most important of all is that the love of God is received in your heart. God bless you. And remember, He loves you unconditionally. Your business will prosper, whether you tithe or not. But if you are not persuaded to tithe and you tithe, it might go against you. If you are persuaded to tithe and you do not tithe, it might go against you. Why? Because life comes from our heart. Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart with all diligence. Keep it with all diligence, for out of it comes the issues of life. Remember what Jesus said in Mark 9:23. He said, if you believe, all things are possible to those who believe. So whatever is in your heart should affect what you're doing. So if you do things contrary to what is in your heart, you don't get the results. What's your persuasion? God bless you. I'll see you again. Let me pray with you. Your business is flourishing. Your finances flourishing. And I pray that the understanding of this shall be much more greatly revealed upon you. In the name of Jesus. Be healed of every sickness and infirmity. I stop the work of the devil around you. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen and amen. Remember, when I read my Bible, from the character of God revealed in Jesus, I didn't see God asking us to tithe, for which reason He will bless us. But rather, I saw God who is willing to bless us, even if we don't tithe. But if you have your heart filled with the knowledge that God asked me to tithe, and therefore if I don't tithe, no work for me, then you have to tithe. Yes, you have to. Be fully persuaded in your own heart. And to the best of my knowledge, John 3:16, the only way to get to heaven is by believing in Jesus. And the only way to stay out of heaven is not to believe in Him. Apart from this, Jesus never taught that not keeping a word like tithing will take you to heaven. But hey, think about it. Malachi, does it reveal the true character of God? Maybe, maybe not. I'll see you again with more detail on tithing. God will richly bless you. My name again, Faith Joseph, leader of Joseph Ministries. And until we meet again, there is God. He loves you, and His love is unconditional. And He's put that love in me to love you too. I love you with the love of God. In Jesus' mighty name, blessed and I Amen.